Hi, welcome to my channel and welcome to 2022. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Retsene Mo 2022. Yeah.
Happy.
Yo. Yeah.
Castron.
Castrana. Nive no come from Mancha. Castran.
Google about Never somewhere, but it's cool.
Okay. So this is our first video for the year and we're hoping to do more. I guess last year we started last year in August, ne?
Yeah, I think it was
August.
I will work rest March, April.
Is it? Yeah. Why do I think August? Okay, but anyway, that's cool.
But it was supposed to be. The first video we wanted it to be similar to the one that we did last year, which was more travel orientated. But we took efforts to go somewhere, but no. When we got there,
last video, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, you couldn't
do anything. It's nice, but I think it's nicer when it's less packed.
Yeah, no, because we went there at 1 December and
1 December, you mean?
Sorry. Apologies.
I guess it takes, you'll see for the first 2 weeks of January, we'll still be talking about, you mean next year, and we're talking about the year 2022, but we always say next year.
Even let's go look at a fella by the previous year.
Yeah.
The 1 January, so.
So December, I think we slowed down in November, end of November. We stopped doing videos, not intentionally, I guess. No, I think, honestly, it gets, because I've only been doing it for I've only been doing it for this YouTube thing for a couple of months, in less than a year. So, it's a lot, really. Sometimes you don't want to do it. You don't want to do a video because it takes a lot. And also, there's other things that you really want to do besides, and you find yourself not being able to do. I find myself not being able to do them because of that, and I think I've learned last year being in front of the camera is not really, it's not easy,
It's no child's play.
Yeah, and it takes a while. I guess there are people who are, easy. It's easy for them to get into from the first go, but I think someone like me who's shy, reserved, and it's still, even now, I still have to psych myself and then say I'm gonna do it. But even though I know there is camera and I have to energy
Yeah, I think one thing but when I got energy, you're better than me. Nashambara flat, monotone, flat.
Try, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the drive was not there. And I think creativity, if you force it, you won't make. I think your results will not be that great.
Yeah.
So you must be inspired. Yeah, that's the word that I wanted to use. Yeah. So, but looking forward to this year.
Yeah, and because it becomes easier it's a bit easier if you do the things that you like. Because I think last year when starting it was more like testing what do I like, what do I feel comfortable with, because I don't want to do something I am not as comfortable or it's out of it's not me. And yeah, and I think I've found those pieces of what things that makes me comfortable, that I can even push on YouTube. So I think I'll definitely be continuing with that, and also adding on to what I've been doing, incorporating more of the things that I really like doing, because I've always been that person who likes trying things out.
So do you have plans for me on your channel? Do I feature?
What?
Do I feature?
Do you want to feature? No, I think we'll always do videos together, you know. I think for me it's also easy if I have you here. And at least it's like I'm talking to someone, I'm not like Gili Wani, and then it's a bit awkward for me.
Yeah, no, I think that I enjoy being a part of this. And obviously, towards the later part of the year, I became Skarasinyan. I think work just started being a bit more demanding. And then I was chased out of the little studio setting that you had. Tori chased us out.
Yeah, Tori decided.
Yeah, so for us to shoot, it became laborious, you know, to set up all these cameras. Because the idea was that we set it up in a single point. So we just go in, shoot,
sit in studio,
and then go. But unfortunately, the young man
had other plans, his own plans.
They had his own plans.
Yeah, but it's good that he decided to do those plans of his finally, after trying to get him to do that. But yeah, I think last year has been a great year. Obviously, with COVID and all of that, there's always challenges with that. And I think last year also we stopped traveling, because, you know, it's not easy to just up and leave now.
Yeah, I think
last year was better, unlike the previous year, 2020.
Yeah, last year we were able to
do a bit of traveling.
Yeah, whereas the year before, I think it was hard lockdown, but you're creative. You always have ideas. We started doing videos in the house.
Yeah, we tried. we tried.
Yeah, videos in the house, but it was tough to be locked in one area.
Yeah.
But we got to travel a bit, and I love the concept or the philosophy behind the traveling. Like explore your back route or your hood or your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So
province.
Your province. I think that's a brilliant philosophy, because you'll never run out of content, versus when you wanna do content for a holiday trip. So it means you'll post once a year.
True, but also I think it helped, because usually when you want to travel, you always think outside of your province, you know, and you forget that actually there is places. And I'm grateful that I've gotten to see more of the province that I was born in, you know, and I'll keep doing that, because it's really big. It's the biggest province in South Africa, and less traveled.
Yeah,
you know?
Actually,
it's less traveled. So for me, my goal is actually to explore it, like the coastal line of it, because I remember when they were like the only beaches that are not closed is the Northern Cape. People are like, what? Northern Cape has beaches, you know?
Yeah.
And now I got to see that, and obviously there is a couple of towns that I would like to go to that have beaches.
Yeah, there's a lot. Actually, we had gone to a place called Kleinsie, and that was our first trip on the 1st of December.
January. Jan for New Year.
Guraf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guraf. On the 1st of Jan, I must drink something. So our first trip was Klein Sea, which is one of the.
It's a very small town.
Small town, which has beautiful beaches or
beach.
Well, it's not developed yet, but I think it's got potential.
True.
So it was an exciting trip, but unfortunately, because we didn't want December, everyone just wanted to go to the beach,
and all the spots were occupied.
Yeah, so we'll revisit the concept.
Yeah.
But I think it was about 2.5 hours of grueling gravel. There was.
And it's just 60 km from where the tire road ends to the town, because once you get into the town, that's when you have the tire again, and for that
guitar.
Yeah, so once you get there, like 60 km away, it feels like forever.
Yeah, you feel it.
Even though they say the speed limit like 80, but it's not.
Because
you're not sure what's that where is it coming from.
Yeah, but yeah, man,
but it was a really nice experience.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to exploring more.
And you saw a snake on the road and you didn't even tell me.
If I told you, you're gonna panic. So
you probably jumped out of the car
and just do my thing
in the middle of the road.
But
the gravel.
We're in the middle of nowhere. We cohabiting.
Hey, I think when it comes to snakes, I'm learning a lot.
You have to learn.
Like you start learning, because usually when you see a snake, you want to run, and the first thing you think it's gonna bite you or anything. And I've come to learn a couple of things about them, and when it's the time to run for your life, and what you must do. Even Torres also, like, he was just watching. He would watch videos about it. I'm like, why are you watching that? Aren't you scared? Are you gonna be able to sleep? He'll be like, no, it's fine. But he will sleep through the night. And he told me that they say if you see a snake, you must stand still. I'm like, huh? So he's learning.
Education is key.
Yeah.
Learning and knowledge of it. I think you fear what you don't know. Once you start knowing what to do, what not to do, what are the signs, you become ease in your mind.
Yeah, true. Because I thought maybe, I think seeing a snake, you always think like the worst. You think you won't sleep, and then you end up sleeping well. I guess if you tell yourself that really that it didn't harm you, or as much as it might be traumatic that you saw it, or where you saw it, every time you go there you sort of like get scared that you're thinking it's gonna be there or anything like that. But yeah, it's been 2021 was, and Girlina has grown so much personality.
Sure, yeah.
So much personality. Girl is something else, but it's fun to have her.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because the personalities I've seen they're not different. The same.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, Giddy left Isbali too.
Same month, 2 days apart.
Which
5 years, I get 2 days apart birthday wise, and 5 years.
Which is because I think there's the lefties and left-handed people in the world. I think they make about 2% or something like that. So it's a rarity, especially to have both your kids being left-handed.
And it's a bit
very interesting.
It's very it's funny because me and you are right-handed, and trying to teach to read to write.
It's fun.
How do we do it? Because
you do this and he does this. Yeah. So it's fun.
Because I always have to ask him, okay, which hand do you feel comfortable with if you're cutting? When you're eating, which hand is comfortable, And then he'll say, no, this one. Because I see other times when he's doing something, he'll use right, or throwing the ball, he'll use his right. I'll be like, are you sure you feel comfortable? Because I know that he's left-handed, But I know one of my sisters, she is right-handed, but she uses left-handed when she eats or something. When she does certain things, she uses left, but she's right-handed when she writes.
I think to it, it's more of the pressure that how almost everyone I see is using right. So now with my left, so we always tried to use the right. He tries to kick with the right, but like you're saying, we always encourage him to
use the one that
he's more comfortable with.
Yeah,
which is his best, I think.
Yeah, and then for 2022, I stopped doing resolutions years ago. It's just one of those things, because I could never keep up with them. Did you ever do resolutions? Do we have any, or now we call them goals for 20? We call them goals instead of resolutions.
I do have plans, because I think you need to have goals in life to you need to know where you're going, then you break them down into small achievable steps. But like you said, I think for me the thing I always pray for is wisdom and health. We've got kids to raise. We need to think about their future. So those are the type of things I think about. And obviously, I need to feed my brain as well. So I need to think about what am I going to do to keep myself going. So, and also the spiritual fulfillment as well. It's very important. So that's why I think for me, I always think along those lines in terms of what is the spiritual guidance for where I'm supposed to be, for the purpose that I'm supposed to fulfill. So I think that's how I approach resolutions. The thing out there, I want to move this to there. Remember, there's God's design. So it's a bit of a complex. It's not as easy, I think obviously there's goals, and then there's also the submission that there's a greater power that has our life planned out, for our future. So that's how I see it. So I'm thankful for crossing over.
Yeah.
And me, 10 o'clock I was gone.
I know.
I got to meet the cricket.
I was just like, I just want to sleep. This thing of waiting. If I wake up at midnight, I'll wake up. But
10 o'clock I was gone.
And sit up until 12.
Get you on. You're thankful. You pray. Give thanks. I'm thankful that I made it to this year.
Yeah.
You pray for protection for the rest of the year. And obviously for the strength to achieve what you've set out to achieve. Yeah. So, So let's go for it. And hopefully...
Let's do 2022.
Not hopefully. Kels Madings will grow.
Yeah.
It has to.
We'll definitely keep pushing and...
Keep pushing.
Doing other things. Like I said, I think I've been... I guess you could say I've been blessed, and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity or given the time to do the things that I've always wanted to do. I've always said that I wish I could have that space or time in my life where I could just, because I find a lot of things interesting, and and I always thought at some point in my life I'd just like to just go at it, try, fail if I fail, succeed if I succeed, and just keep trying all these things out and sort of like get it out of your system and say, okay, now I've done that. I've had time to do the things that I do. Those that worked, they worked, and I'll keep pushing them. And those that failed, it's fine. And let's keep moving and find other things as well. Because I don't sit on one thing. Like I said, I find a lot of things interesting.
Yeah, typical creative, a genius. And I think
it's not even yes, mostly it's in the creative space, but also other things, studying other things that have nothing to do with creativity or what I do for other things. So I think I'm grateful for that, and this is another year that I'll do it again, because the first year, which was 2020, I really didn't do much because obviously found out that we were pregnant, and then that sort of like the focus, And last year, that's when I started a little bit, obviously starting with the YouTube, and now we're gonna do other things. I have plans for those things and trying out, and yeah, we'll see.
I think what most people don't know is that you're a workaholic. You're always working.
I try, but it's difficult,
Nah,
difficult,
you always...
but this year I will definitely. But you also a workaholic. you are. But
like they say, while we're still young, we need to
push as much as you can,
push, yeah.
So that at some point you can just sit back and
no,
reap the rewards.
No, I think you're a workaholic, because you're a Monday to Monday type of person. And even though you're saying you're taking a break, but you're still taking videos.
Yeah.
You're still learning other things. You're still... because I saw you'd work on improving your skills, your editing skills. Even when you say
it's difficult, it's not easy unless you're just doing. But yeah, it's difficult. It's not just because it's a lot of work. But anyway, yeah, I think. That's the video, right? The first video of, the first video of the year.
Well, yeah, it ended up being the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously, there's many more to come. I'm excited. Hopefully, I'll feature. Hopefully, I'll feature more. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to 2022. Great things to come.
I'm also looking forward to 2022. Everybody growing, and I wish everybody the best. Wish them, the best for the year, wonderful year, and let's just make the most of it, really. And even though it's difficult sometimes to make the most of it, if losing a loved one. But let's just, because right now life seems like it's not guaranteed. It's always been like that, but now it's a bit hectic, Anything is possible, so we must always do what we can at that moment, that current moment that you have. And and just choose to.
All you have is today.
True.
Do vandaag. Like they say, tomorrow is not promised. So do as much as you can, and be comfortable that you've given it your all before you go to sleep. Then we'll all be happy.
I think in these years of this thing. This that we just need to be patient with each other and actually love each other. However, relationships, friendships, family, because like you said, you only have today. You never know if tomorrow, and then you wanted to make amends. And let's try and understand that we're all going through something. Even being happy, you're always going through something. You going through being happy, it's also a thing. You're not going through something as in like it always has to be something hectic. Sometimes you just focused on yourself being happy, and it's okay. Doesn't mean that you don't care about everybody else. Yeah, but anyway, sure, thank you. And yeah, let's have a wonderful year next time. Toodles.